Popping in chat, otaku anime, yo. Let's just give it a minute or so for ads to completely butcher their attempt to listen to us in the first few minutes. But yeah, this is an interview I've been looking forward to. I've been looking forward to this one, so let's hope all goes well.
I am excited. I am so excited.
It's the first time I've got to interview someone who's actually in on the size thing as opposed to just, well, technically I'm small, but that's just because rodent or something. So, either one way or the other, big milestone.
Yay!
And
that means a lot. I didn't think I'd be here.
Well, it seems like our minute of waiting is up, so for anybody who's shown up already, welcome to Big Squeak Inc. Episode 7. Like always, I'm your host, Saru. We have our usual co-host back today, Cloudy, who is over there coughing up their brain, I believe. And our guest for the day is the lovely FairyDuni.
Hi, I'm Duni. I'm a fairy.
That do be what's going on. Let's see, I'm going to bump your volume just a touch. Keep going.
Alright, yeah. Hello, I am Duni. I am a size artist, and I stream games on Twitch. I've been a VTuber since July, so.
Oh. Alright, well, that goes right into the, first question I would normally ask. Hello, who is Duni? So, I guess we got that covered, huh?
Yeah?
Yeah. And I definitely, like I may have mentioned in a private conversation before, I definitely recognize you from the size art side of everything. Whereas, like, oh wait, you stream?
Which is really crazy to me, because like I didn't expect someone to like. I mean, I guess I can see it since like most of the people who watch me are just from that community anyway. But it's like, oh shit, you're a VTuber now? It's like, yeah, I'm a VTuber now.
Yeah, it was certainly a surprise to me. Be like, wait a second, how long have you been streaming? Wait, you've been streaming a while. How have I never heard? Yeah. So that was definitely a surprise of the day for me, and I had to get in on talking and asking questions. Huh?
Yeah, and you were very pleasant, so.
Well, thank you for saying so. I do try to be polite, at least, huh? All right. So, with our lovely guest of the day, normally it seems most guests want to rampage about the city, but our guest today here is maybe 2 to 3 inches tall if we were to look at that set. Something around there.
Which is funny, I'm usually 5 inches tall, so I must have shrunk a bit.
I mean, we do have that strange orange potion next to you, which may or may not have.
I thought it was orange soda.
I mean, it's basically orange soda with a magic twist, but you know,
like orange soda,
right? Right? That was one of the points. Just make it taste like soda, make it fun to drink, and also, oops, all magic.
Yeah, man, it's such a good thing I only had a little bit of it too.
Yeah. And hey, we have Hina and Kaz showing up as well, huh? So those are a couple of the regulars. Oh, yep. They'll be the ones asking questions, I believe, if things get going. So look forward to that.
Yay! Questions.
All right. So I believe that's enough of the basic introduction out of the way. Move on to the first batch of questions, and we already covered one in the first batch with your self-introduction, but is there somewhat of a backstory to you, be it character-wise or person-wise, of how you got to where you are?
Well, I guess if we're talking character-wise, I wasn't always a fairy. I was just like a normal human.
Oh.
I was just going along my normal day, just out on a walk, just, listening to some tunes, and I walked into a forest, and it was a
Oh.
very pretty forest. And then like, and suddenly a bright light appeared for me, and it was like this fairy about like human size. It was like, oh shit, a fairy, hi. And then they're like, oh hey, do you want to be going into this forest? And I'm like, uh, that was sudden, but sure. And then before I know it, just bright light, and then I wake up and I'm a tiny fairy.
Oh. Oh, I see how it is. Fey magic at play, huh? Fey
so
magic.
now,
Oh,
so now I'm just tasked with protecting the forest.
I see, I see. I wasn't actually aware of that. You weren't always a fairy then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, is the forest a busy one to protect, or is it just a lot of relaxing time as a fairy?
It honestly, it's mostly relaxing time. Just me in the forest in my little dollhouse, just streaming. I mean, you do hear noise every now and then, just like uh, just people in the forest, just I guess being a bit loud. They're not. They usually don't cause too much harm though, so I don't have to punish them.
Well, that's good for them, because I imagine fairy punishments are not gonna be very nice, huh?
They're not.
Oh, Lord. Like, in a lot of media, fairies and fae are already tricksters and devious, so the fact that, you're in charge of punishing people who misbehave in a forest,
Yeah,
that's even more, huh?
yeah. Also, hi, Lux.
Hello, Lux. Now, it's actually thanks to Lux over there that I caught one of your tweets about your streaming. So,
Really?
thank you, Lux, for helping facilitate all this, huh? And yes, you did come in at the talk of punishments. Interesting timing as always, right?
Yeah.
But seems like we got a good number of people showing up. Hopefully, y'all are having a good time. And if you got any questions you wanted to ask or think of you want to ask, make sure to fire them off in chat while we're going, and we'll try to pause and get to them. So,
Right.
wait, a thought just came to me. You mentioned your dollhouse in the forest that you
Mm.
stream from.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get internet out there? Is it like off a cell phone or some,
Well,
satellite internet or magic?
magic with a lot of cables underground to a nearby internet
Ah,
server.
underground magic cables. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, it seems we have a question already from Kaz. And I quote, can those beautiful slender wings support your weight, or do you fly using magic?
I would say it's a bit of both. Like, my wings are kind of, well, I mean, I would say I don't weigh that much, although I am trying to lose weight.
Ah, fair enough, fair enough.
But so I guess I do use a little bit of magic to get me off the ground, but the rest of it is just kind of natural.
So, magic starting, magic takeoff.
Hmm.
Alright, there you go, Kaz, that's an answer.
I'm basically a magic rocket ship, but I'm
You
just
know,
really tiny.
I know a bit of rocket science, that's a fun idea. That's a fun idea. Magic rocket ships, let's go. Alright. Is there anything else about your forest you'd be willing to share with us while we're still on the topic? Because I'm curious about what all's going on around.
uh, like besides from like occasional visitors, it's just generally relaxing. Uh, and you might hear a human in the background from time to
Mm-hmm.
time. Uh, it sounds like she might be doing dishes and stuff like that. Yeah, that's my
I see,
girlfriend.
I see. Oh, well, that's definitely good to hear. Hope that you two are happy and keep being happy then, huh?
Yeah, we're very happy together.
Alright. Let's see. I don't got any other questions off the top of my head, so Cloudy, you got any off the top of your head?
I got nothing, man.
Nothing at the moment. All right. In that case, we'll move on to the next topic on our expansive, not at all last second improvised list. So, it has been mentioned that it seems we do have one question beforehand before the pivot. Kaz is asking, what do fairies eat?
Um, Generally, like my appetite is just like normal human food. And like, I mean, you would be surprised on my appetite. Like, you might think like, oh, everything's too big for me. I can't eat this whole thing. Nah, I gulp that shit down.
You know, you said that right as Kaz was asking. Everything's like big for you, right? Like, no, you called that out. You knew where that was going.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. I can definitely imagine having a lot of it, though, to gulp down. Crazy good, Big
Mm.
old delicious thing. So
I just
much.
at the end of it, it just like my belly just really bulges
Oh,
out.
no.
That's just how much I eat,
Ay, ay, ay.
and I slip into a food coma. It's
Oh,
pretty great.
food comas are nice when they happen. All right. And let's pivot on over now to that next category of questions I was going to ask about. Streaming. You mentioned you stream, and you've been streaming
Mm-hmm.
for, what was it, 6 months as a VTuber?
2 months as a
Oh, 2 months
VTuber,
as a VTuber.
about I'd say almost 2 years as just a regular streamer. I
Ah,
just recently became a VTuber.
okay, so about 2 years with 2 months of the VTuber side. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in that case, how's your experience with streaming been, and has it changed since you became a VTuber, as it were?
Um, General experience, like, I usually just streamed for fun.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get much people like in. Um, in like I'm stuttering over my words.
It's
My
fine.
apologies.
Take your time.
But yeah, I just like there'd be like four or so people, and that kind of still is a thing today. But like ever since I became a VTuber, I've noticed I've gotten a lot more viewership
Hmm.
as of recently. And I don't know if it's because I've improved on my entertainment value, or just like, hey, cute tiny fairy, I want to watch.
There might be a mix of both as well, because I know when I first got a model and was able to move around on screen, there's a lot more just to having a face and moving
Mm-hmm.
that you can play off of rather than just being the disembodied voice. So
Yeah, exactly.
there's definitely, those are two words that go together. There's probably a good factor of, yeah, you do have a visual representation now that moves about. So it just allows you to play into what you want to already do a lot better, huh? Because I recall you do a lot of those fun redeems on stream where, oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, fairy dust all over the place and voice changers and size changes galore. Or, well,
Exactly.
yep, something like that. So it sounds
Yeah.
like even though you did go to VTuber, even it's not just the fact that you have a model now that's going with it. You can play into a lot of your jokes better, I'd say. You can go into your sense of humor and be as entertaining as you can.
Exactly.
All right. Well, next topic on the streaming category, and just kind of in general as well. Are there any communities you'd say you're involved in that you can give an opinion on, be it good, bad, or otherwise?
For the most part, it's the size community, which is like, uh, it's just what a place where a bunch of small folks like me, along with like big folks, like basically people of different differing sizes, are there, and you know, It's
Yep.
like it's the community I mostly interact with, and it's the one I produce content for. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been a really fun experience. Like it's had its ups and downs, like a bit of drama here and there, but other than that, it's just I'm happy I can be myself in this community. Um,
That's good then. Always good to have a place to be yourself.
mhm.
Yeah, on my end, on the size communities, I've kind of been a watcher or an outsider, just looking in. So, until very recently, I haven't actually tried to interact with any of it. So, what I am just curious, what's it like inside the size community? Would you say just mood
Uh,
or interactions you get or what not?
for the most part, I would say it's good. It has its issues, like and tell me if you've heard this before, like just like, oh goddess, worship me, step on me.
Oh no! Oh yeah, I've
You
definitely.
see you see a lot of that. Just like, let me worship you. Like I don't want
Oh
to
yeah.
be big, especially not for you, you little shit.
Oh yeah. I've had a interesting interaction like that come across my way when I started streaming and having the whole gimmick of giant mouse, all that.
Hmm.
Where, okay, I admit I don't have the most manly of looks or models, so someone
Yeah,
comes
you're
in.
adorable.
I'm working on it, huh? So I'll just accept that for now. But someone came into chat and literally does what Kaz is, showing up in chat. Hey, so what if I just shrank on the couch and you sat on me? It's like, that's all they said. They never said anything again once they heard that, wait a second, he's a dude. And they were just gone. It's like,
Coward. Coward.
it was. It was hilarious. I was laughing my ass off, but it was like, wow, that's way too inappropriate. You really should just slow down, dude.
Yeah, there's a time and place, and this isn't one of those. Like,
Yeah, no.
and to talk about streaming, my streaming thing, like I don't mind. I do put in my rules that like I don't mind horny chat. Just don't be explicit about it because
Yeah.
I'm just here to play games, and I don't want people to be made uncomfortable.
And we do have, a Twitch terms of service as well that we gotta do when streaming.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
if you want to be horny and just unapologetically horny, there's other sites for that. You can get your rocks off somewhere else.
If you if you want to get your rocks off to me, I have things for that. Don't worry.
Ay, ay, ay. Jeez. Yeah, I've definitely seen a little bit of that interaction you're talking about where, oh, all right, but what if I want you to step on me and just all that nonsense of not reading the room at all, just I have one goal in life, and that is to die under your foot. Like, what? What?
Yeah. But other than that, like I'm around a bunch of supportive people, like no matter my size preferences, and
Mm-hmm.
sure, I still run into those people who just like just I guess like assume I'm big and just like make commentary off of that. Which don't get me wrong, I am like despite being a tiny fairy, I am big sometimes. I just usually prefer being small, and interactions like that don't really help.
Yeah. Everybody definitely has their preferences, and as a mouse who's, giant, most people see mouse and think tiny. The initial reaction I live for, but if they, keep on sticking with it, no, you are mouse, you are small. I'm just like, for real? For real? Come on. So I definitely get where you're coming from there of, can be nice, but it's not what you prefer.
Yeah.
But it's certainly good to know that, my brief experiences with actually trying to interact with the community so far are pretty accurate sounding then.
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay. Let's see. Next talking point, which can probably tie into the community as well in a pretty big way. Are there any inspirations or big influences for you, both in the art and size community side as well as the streaming side?
Um. All right. So, like, I guess to tackle, I guess in general, just like what
Mm-hmm.
influences my art and stuff like that, like art style. I like starting out, like I decided to take influences from, like, as weird as this is going to sound, like from Sonic, because like how they draw their eyes and stuff like that, and it's like, oh, that's fun to draw. I'll apply that to humans, but in my own way.
That's fair enough.
And I think ever since I've kind of picked up my own style because of that. And just general, just anime. It's like Sonic mixed with anime, basically.
All right, so a lot of big cultural impacts to your art as opposed to individuals. Something like
Uh,
that?
More like in terms of like art style, yeah. In terms of like, I guess what it's who's influenced me in the size community. I have Ginny the Huge, Davy Jin. She
Mm-hmm.
inspires my art. Um, there is Sahagan,
I've
Heretic. I don't know if you've heard of
so I'm familiar with Jenny. I'm familiar with Heretic. Is that how you pronounce it? Actually, I thought
Heretic,
it was Heretic the whole
or
time.
it might be Heretic.
I
I pronounce it. I pronounce things weird.
All right, those two so far I'm familiar with it. Not with it, with them. Pardon. I'm familiar with them.
Mm-hmm.
The second name, I think I vaguely recall, but I'm not too familiar with them.
Yeah, they just mostly just like they just draw things like with their OC. Like they're mostly known for like their OCs being like these two OCs being like a size couple. And so
Ah.
like you'll see
Oh.
them in varying sizes, and
Oh yeah.
sometimes they're
That.
small together,
That's okay.
sometimes they're big together, or their sizes vary.
I didn't recognize the name at all, but once you described that, it's like that. There's so much. Well, there's so much that's not wholesome that comes out of them as well. But there's a lot of wholesome interactions that are just like, wow, that's amazing. That's great to see.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I just.
I can be pretty kinky.
Ay. There's definitely that side of the community where it's like, well, it's hard to avoid that, but
Yeah.
it's, there's the nice stuff that comes along with it, huh? There's the wholesome, we can talk about it on stream stuff that comes with it.
Yeah, definitely. Just like yeah. And wholesome size is great.
Hmm. Just, if you're searching up art, like always, be careful with how you're searching because you will find a lot of things. And
Mm-hmm.
depending on how careless you search, you may or may not find trauma. Let's try to avoid being traumatized today, huh? Ay.
If you don't get traumatized, then it might just become your new kink.
Ay. I imagine that's how it worked out for a lot of people, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know there's a lot of conversations that come up to just like one-off moments in old cartoons or animes where it's like, oh, and there was this one panel or this one shot that was size related, and it's like, wait a second, we need more of that.
Yeah, we need all that.
It's like way too much of it. That's just, well, this is a very promising scene, and it's just a still scrolling image. Well, it was a
Oh
nice
yeah,
thought.
those are
Jeez.
oh my god.
All right, but to continue on, that's definitely a few artists that I recognize some of. Any other names or influences just around the community that you know or whatnot you want to bring up?
I'm trying to uh Not at the moment, no.
Not at the moment? All right. Well, in that case, it sounds like we got that all covered then.
Mm-hmm.
You just wanted to make sure to double back because we did side tangent quite hard there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's good to know that a lot of the people who might have influenced you in some way or the other are the same ones I wind up seeing and thinking, oh, it's always nice to see when they post something. So, it's quite, reaffirming for me, I suppose. Let's see. Back onto the streaming thing for a moment. Looking back at your time during streaming, is there anything you'd go back in time and tell yourself to change, or anything you change that would be outside of your control normally?
I guess it's just like I guess for one, I would say you'll get better in time. Don't worry. Like you'll get to a point where you'll actually watching your streams, and they actually will make you laugh.
That's good.
Like also you become a VTuber, so that's promising. um
I can just imagine, the confusion. You go back in time, tell yourself that, and you just go, "What's a VTuber?"
yeah, and also when you do your charity stream in October, just don't stream Breath of the Wild because that's going to be a disaster.
Oh no. That sounds like there's a story behind that one.
I guess like basically like I tried streaming it, but it was like I don't know what I was doing wrong. I forget what I was doing wrong. Maybe my laptop just, at least at the time, just wasn't powerful enough. So like it would keep like the stream would like constantly. The stream was
Ah.
a PowerPoint presentation. So
Oh,
it's like
I understand that.
yeah, that made me really sad.
Yeah. Sometimes it just computer does not keep up, internet does not keep up, is just melting. Those are sadness. That's part of the reason why whenever I was doing stuff, I was finally like, oh, an excuse to spend as much money as I can on the computer.
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay. Oh, we've got another question in chat as well. Being a fairy, I'm sure you're familiar with wishes. Question, what is the number one thing you would wish for, except more wishes?
Man, there's a lot of directions I could go here. I kind of have a grip on size-altering magic, along with like other things with my fairy dust. Guess if I could make wishes is just to like, I guess to be able to meet meet my friends easily.
That's fair.
Like I would I would love to be able to be like, oh, I wish my friend was here. Oh, they're here. Okay, I'm gonna just hug them and do other things I probably shouldn't talk about on stream.
Yeah. The hugging part, that's fine. The rest is, we'll stick with the hug for now.
The rest is just censored.
Yep, we don't have a beep sound effect, so it's just a beep. There you go. Beep, beep, and beep. All right. Ay. But especially
this is what happens when you invite me to your stream. I just I'm trying my best to be wholesome, but I do slip into lewd thoughts here and there.
The stream is marked for mature, so you don't have to hold back too much. Just hold back within terms of service, huh?
Yeah.
Ay. So, yeah, that's definitely a fair point, though, especially with today's world with virus spreading everywhere. People meeting up is such a difficult thing to do. because you can't meet up in large groups. You have to make sure that everybody is not carrying the virus and or vaccinated if they can have it, and regulation this, regulation that. So that's probably a very big wish for a lot of people nowadays.
Yeah.
Ay, ay,
Like if it's not that, then be able to meet the characters I can simp for.
Oh, that's definitely fair as well.
Yeah. Hopefully that's not like a boring answer. It's just like I'm able to change size anyway. It's just like I probably do other things to alter my appearance as well. So it's like,
Yeah, you already got the magic on lock. It's just I don't think you have a fairy circle network set up for, quick travel to friends yet.
no,
Although,
I have to make a long, arduous journey
oh
to
no.
visit friends, and like sometimes I just get blown away by the wind. Sometimes I just slam against like car windows,
Ay,
like almost
that
getting like
that sounds
just
not good.
almost getting wiped up by the window wipers.
Ay, ay, ay. That's I never thought about that. Just tiny fairy flying around. Roads are definitely the dangerous, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Though I imagine the air might not be too much better with birds if they get too uppity, huh? It's dangers all
Yeah,
around.
I've had to punch a few birds.
Ay, ay, ay. Bird punching is a good skill to have points in, though.
Yeah.
It definitely helps when you're tiny.
Exactly.
Alright. And to kind of follow up off of the last main question, if you were to talk with somebody who is starting up streaming or planning to start streaming, is there anything you give them as advice to start off?
I guess don't expect a major following at the beginning. I'm still earning my following. Like it's better than it was before. Like I'm at
Yep.
like 200 followers now. Um, but these things kind of take time, so you just have to be patient.
Mm-hmm.
And just keep doing this, and you'll get better at entertaining.
Just improve and improve as you can.
Yeah.
Now, in my experience as well, I've seen there's a lot of the dreaded networking and other communications type of stuff that goes into the people who really spiral out of control.
Mm-hmm.
How much of that would you say you get into, or are you just existing on your own and doing your own thing?
I feel like I just exist on my own and just do my own thing. Like I'm not really part of any groups or anything like that. I'm just, yeah.
Alright, that's definitely fair enough. Free spirit time, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Alright. I think that wraps up that little category of questions. So, it's time for the free space. So, Duni, turning the script around, do you have any questions or conversation lines you'd like to go through in this interview? Any questions for us or to flip the script in any way?
How big do you get? Like, like what's the
Oh,
biggest size you've ever been?
so ever been so far? I forget the exact measurements, but the size I have art for and have been would be around the planet fitting in the palm of my hand scale. So, very big planetary. How big can I get? We're gonna see as things go along, but I may or may not be coming for the sun in a while and eating the star, so I got big plans.
Mm-hmm.
I got big plans, even though I started out, few inch tall mouse.
Oh yeah, how did you get to your size?
So, for that one, I was just, ordinary small mouse dude once upon a time. But I seem to live in a particular area that was covered in a lot of ash. Are you familiar with the story of Ragnarok
Uh,
in Norse mythos?
Vaguely.
Vaguely. So, gods fight giants, everybody gets incinerated to ash, the world ends and starts anew. That type of thing?
Alright, yeah, I've
So,
heard something like that.
are you familiar with Fenrir?
No.
No? So, Fenrir, one of the children of Loki, was a wolf that grew larger every day, basically. It started
Ah.
off as a small puppy, grew up to be massive, towering over these big buff gods. And soon enough, they start describing a mountain range, but it's just Fenrir. And at the end of the day, and end of the stories, and at the end of time during Ragnarok, Fenrir ate the sun out of the sky. Well,
Oh.
in the aftermath of Ragnarok and all those ashes, I may have wound up making my home in the ashes of Fenrir and kind of osmosising that trait from literally living there. So
Oh.
most of it comes from the little necklace I will usually wear. I definitely don't have it in this model yet, but the little necklace like that you actually swung on in the art piece we got.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
where I keep
that's
the
what it was.
yeah, that's where I keep the ashes of Fenrir. That's the source of all my growth and all this shenanigans that I
Wait.
get up to. So
So if I would have taken a dip in that, then
you might have become very big Duni for a bit, yes. So be careful when you're swinging on it, okay? There might be a whole lot of disaster. It might be similar to fairy dust in usage though.
God, imagine combining fairy dust with those ashes. So
Oh, that would be some danger. That would be some danger.
that would be some danger, but I'm also really curious.
You know, I am all for that curiosity. We might have to do some science after this, huh?
Yeah, some science and magic.
Oh, yeah. Magical science. Magitech go.
Yeah. But yeah, that's really interesting.
All right. Any other questions or tangents while you still have the floor?
Uh, what was it like being a small, like basically just being around my size right now?
Well, it was very nice to be able to look up to a lot of people literally because,
Yeah.
big people are big. I don't have to explain that to you.
Yeah.
You look up and it's like, oh, that's
Oh,
big. That's big.
really big.
That is exactly where my brain goes. Is like, I'm small. You are big. This is. And for a while, it was definitely fun, but at some point, I was like, I crave power or something.
I mean, when you start growing, you definitely get that. Like, I like when I'm big, like part of me considers like, oh, I gotta be really gentle. I just like don't want to cause any accidents, and then an accident happens, and it's just like, oh no.
Oh no.
Well, I guess I'm gonna destroy the city.
Well, we accidentally broke one thing. I guess nothing else gets to survive.
Yeah. No witnesses.
No witness. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right, huh? Jeez. All right. And Cloudy, anything running through that head as you're waking up?
Nope.
Nope.
It's like, nope, I got nothing.
Head empty, only cheese. Huh?
Head empty, only potato.
Potato.
Potato's
Ooh,
good.
Potato. Yeah, potatoes are definitely good. That's something I should have done when I was tiny, now that it's off the top of the head. Just get a nice big baked potato and just have, a blanket and be like, okay, me sleeping here, it's warm and comfy. Like, it sounds odd, but that's just like, oh, that's where my brain went. That's where my brain went.
That makes sense. I guess one last thing.
Oh?
Is it possible at all for you to be a tiny mouse again, or is it just like something preventing you from doing that?
So, technically, yes, it's possible. I don't tend to at all, and the question has kind of come up because a lot of the times, like, okay, you have the power of growing things. Do you have the power to shrink things? And it's like, technically no, but technically yes. The way I would go about it is, instead of making myself smaller, I just kind of grow everything in the area temporarily so I look smaller. And it really screws with physicists whenever they're doing tests and it's like, wait a second, everything's off. Because literally the speed of light, it suddenly halves in their point of view and it's like, what's going on? So I can technically be small. It's just I gotta really stretch my power. Oh Lord, Cloudy's just disintegrated. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no!
That is
the
alarming.
ashes. They were too
Oh
much.
no,
for him.
not. I don't think.
It's different, you know.
Yeah, that multiverse is different. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's drank too much coffee.
Ah. Yes, the caffeine just overshot the
Caffeine,
giving energy
yeah.
and blowing up the brain instead.
Blew up my entire being. Yep.
Ay. But yeah, it is technically in my skill set to quote shrink is just a real stretch of my abilities.
I see. So, if you basically just like make everything grow around you, does that mean you make me grow?
You know,
When I,
that's basically how it is. If people ask specifically, it's like, oh yeah, technically you grew, but if you grow and everything around you grows, but I don't grow, for all intents and purposes, it looks like I'm shrinking, huh?
yeah.
Unless you spontaneously get teleported somewhere very far away, you're not going to tell the difference.
Yeah.
All right. I think that covers the answer. Any last questions off the top of the head?
I think that's it.
You think that's it? All right then. Before we move on to the next category, though, I did make sure that you had chat brought up. So, I have something prepared. I would like you to type in chat !gift, all lowercase.
Gifts?
Gift, gift.
Alright, I'm gonna press button. What happens?
And keep an eye on the... Oh, did it not? Okay, I forgot to reset the thing. Never mind. Give it a few seconds. I forgot to initialize that. It's always one thing you forget.
Alright, do I try again?
When it pops up in chat, it should be... It's actually taken a minute. I don't actually have any of the interactivity set up in this scene. That would be why. Oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay, small brain moment. Let me see if I can recover that. Oops.
So it seems your body grew with you, but your brain remained the same size.
Yeah, that is entirely accurate. And entirely accurate. Let's see. Pop this here. Pardon me for a moment as I fix this. There are many comments that I make where it's like, yes, I may be big mouse, but I am still small brain. Because these types of mistakes happen all the time. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. So, okay. Let's see. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Alright, try it now.
Alright. Putting it in.
And keep an eye on what's going on.
Oh, shit! Ah! Ah! That's so cute.
It's still going.
Wait, what?
See, up there?
Oh! What the? Oh! Oh, shit! Oh my god, that's adorable.
So, I may have gone and talked with a few artists to resolve an issue from a conversation. Because when we were talking, you didn't bring up the topic of fan art because I was sharing a lot of art. And there was that comment of, you haven't really gotten much. So I went out of my way, talked with a bunch of artists, and tried to get, a whole bunch for you. So this is my special surprise gift nonsense for you. So there you go. I'll be sending these over to you in DMs after this.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. Oh my god.
And of course, I had to draw something too, so here you go. This is my actual art skill right here.
I like it. I think it's really cute.
It is an attempt, and that is the best I can do. Unlike you, I am no artist.
I appreciate the effort. Oh. Oh my god, there's still more.
Yeah, I think we're nearing the end of the list. I think there's one more from someone who's actually in chat right now. So, oh, it did not show automatically. Let's actually, where did? Oh no, it's this one. Okay, this one.
Oh, ooh, I am impressed with that. That is really pretty.
Yeah, this one was done by Hina in chat. So, the
hey, Hina, thank you for
Hinagiku
art.
Nezuchi, fellow mouse of mine, is the one who was behind this one. There were a lot of artists involved with this, so I will be sure to get names and links for all of them after the fact.
Yeah, make sure to do that. Yeah.
But I wanted to make sure to get you a nice silly gift like this. For some reason, it was like priority number one when you accepted the interview.
I feel very spoiled.
Hey, it's fine. I've said several times that, you're a big inspiration to me and all that, so I just wanted to make sure to give back in the way I could, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to get to sending those over your way, and I'm going to ask the next tangent of questions that is going to pertain to your experience as an artist. So, to start with, how long have you been doing art, as it were? How long have you been drawing, whatnot?
I guess if we want to be technical, just like, I guess maybe like when I was like 3, 4 years old, maybe like 6. I'm not quite sure. I know I did doodle a lot from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
It was nothing. Well, I mean, I guess it was obvious. Just like at that age, it wasn't really, a huge interest. Like I would only really doodle if there was nothing else for me to do.
Fair.
It took off more when I was, I think I was probably like either 12 or 13. This was like 2011. Yeah. It's just like when that all started and just like, if I like, and the main reason I wanted to learn this was to make like size content.
Fair enough.
I was like, I'm gonna put out content, and then I started, practicing and all that. It took a while. To this day, I'm still learning things, but
art is definitely a skill that people work on.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm just surprised that like I got to a point where like well, first of all, I can be proud of my art, and second of all, people actually like my art, which is kind of nuts. Like,
yep, we got one over here that likes the art.
You can't see this, but I'm waving my hand at you. It's just I don't have hands.
Yeah, the power of hands is not fairy compatible at the second.
like I was messing with fairy dust earlier, and it just kind of like obliterated my hands and legs. I'm okay, by the way. I'm okay. It's just they don't exist at the moment.
Is fairy dust like magic gunpowder? Is that what's going on with that?
it could probably be used as
It
gunpowder.
could probably. Oh no.
See, now I'm just imagining just like you have a shotgun and you shoot someone with it, but instead of just like killing them, it just makes them small.
Ay ay ay. Reloads with malicious intent. Oh no. That I imagine the bullet's not gonna feel any better hitting them with the fairy dust,
Oh
but
yeah, it might hurt, but
ay ay ay, small gun
Like-
indeed. Ay,
as
jeez.
one way of making a shrinking ray. A shrink ray.
Yeah, it
It's
has
just a more magic-based shrink ray.
and definitely requires a fair bit of leading the shot if you're trying to hit them from far off, huh?
Well, that's why we make a fairy dust sniper.
Oh. Jeez.
Hey, JT.
50 cal fairy dust, huh?
Yeah. And if you really want to like make sure you absolutely want to make sure you want to hit people, but you don't want to aim, fairy dust rocket launcher.
Hey. You know, this fairy, not fury. This fairy dust weaponry idea sounds it sounds incredibly dangerous.
It sounds incredibly dangerous, but it has my interest now.
It has interest. It is here now, and the world will be suffering for it. But let's go. Ay ay ay. Okay. And I think we did touch on this earlier, but is there any particular aspects about those artists you brought up earlier that have inspired you that you'd like to talk about and you might be implementing into your art idea-wise?
Like generally, I guess specifically, I guess like Jenny and heretic. I keep wanting to pronounce us as heretic, even though that's not how you pronounce it.
I mean, with the extra R's, it might be, but I thought it was heretic the whole time. I never had anybody actually say
Yeah.
the name to, so it's never come up in conversation.
Yeah, but yeah, just like with those, I would say they've always like inspired me to better my art, and just recently I've been and you can probably tell by the artwork I sent you.
Shall we,
nudge, nudge.
yeah, nudge, nudge, hint, hint. So let's bring up first one, those examples. So,
Yeah, so this is what I've been working on. This is this is kind of a redraw. This is from that time I got reincarnated as a slime, like these characters. Like there's like a certain screenshot at the ending where the big buff guy who I actually have quite the crush on actually. So is the little small guy with the blue hair. Like I love them both. He's holding them with the guy with the blue hair. His name's Rimuru, and he has a slime form, which is
yep.
also really cute. And like in that shot, he's like holding it, and I just like I could probably just redraw this and make it size space, because that would be really cute. And I tried to mimic the shading style of the anime too. And quite recently, I've just been doing like self shading for my art.
Yeah, it's certainly a nice one to see for the redraw.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my comment for that one.
All right, let's take a look at the next one over then, and Sneck. Ooh,
Snap.
Sneck.
Yeah. So So like I have a tendency to like draw like myself in other monster forms, because like being a fairy's fun and all, but what if I could be like a succubus or a slime?
Various
or in this
various
case,
forms.
yeah, I'm basically like, I guess like Shantae, but without the dances. And all my forms are mostly just monster related.
Fair
Um,
enough.
yeah, I'm
I
just gonna be snack for the remainder of this month in October.
ah, it's very handy to shapeshift and have your costume, huh?
Yeah.
And across the table from me, Cloudy, who's been in their own head, is definitely
Mm-hmm.
someone who is familiar with all the various forms too, seeing as they hop
Oh.
multiverses as well. So right now they're
Yeah.
usually mouse and whatnot, but we've seen plenty of cat forms and various other forms as well. So
Yeah. Mine are just like Duni related, and they're just from I think a little multiverse shenanigans I like to call the Duniverse.
the Duniverse. Oh, that's a
That
lot of Duni. All
is
right.
a lot of Duni.
And shall I bring up the next image for you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here we go.
All right, so this one is like this might still be a work in pro. I'm debating if I should shade this or not, or if I'll
Mm-hmm.
have time to. But this is actually going to be for a little nightmare stream I'm doing this week. To plug my
Oh no,
Twitch
absolutely
channel.
plug your Twitch at the moment.
Basically just like this week on my Twitch channel, FairyDuni.twitch.tv. I'm going to be streaming Little Nightmares for the first time. And we just basically just, like, I was drawing this on stream and I was like, all right, what should I do for like, I know I want to go all out for this one.
Yeah.
Like, usually I do, like, little chibis because, those don't take too long to work on. It's just, like, but, like, with this, I was like, okay, what can I do for this? And, I threw in some little concept sketches here and there. I was like, okay, what if I'm running away and the monster, like, from the game, well, I actually don't have a good idea of, like, what monster.
What it
Like, I
is,
have a
yeah.
yeah, I have a good idea what it is, but I didn't know what specific monster to go with, so I decided to make them like a shadowy figure. And just like, okay, what if I'm just like running away from them, but they have like a jar in their hand? They're
Mm-hmm.
gonna like try and put me in the jar, and that's why I'm running
Oh no.
for my life.
The
Yeah.
jar of danger.
The very dangerous jar. So like I might finish this for the stream. I might not. I mean, I'm so proud of how it looks either way. So
Well, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. All right. Let's take that down and oh.
hmm?
Dooney? You don't wait.
Yes.
Wait, you're on the microphone? Did did you get into the drink?
Maybe.
Maybe. Maybe. May-
I just listen. I had a few drinks earlier, and it's just like, I know this shrinks me, but it's like, but orange soda
but
though.
orange soda.
I'll have some more. I mean, how small could I possibly get? And the
I
question is, and the answer to that is yes, very small.
I'm not sure you can get much smaller and still be on camera. We already have a zoom in on the tiny set. And that's oh, your height's
pretty
definitely
sure-
measured in millimeters right now.
I'm pretty sure if I drank more, I would just be just like a tiny little dot, and you would have to like get an arrow pointing at me. That just says, "This is Duni." I promise this is Duni. I
Dooney
actually
is
did get her
here.
on stream.
Dooney is here. Just bring out your, if we keep going at that rate, microscopes. Might even need electron microscopes if you keep drinking. So maybe no more string small for now.
That's fair.
That is incredibly tiny. Once we're off camera, you can dive into the bottle if you want. But for now, hey, that is incredibly tiny. That's almost like standing on top of the fingertips. Someone tiny. I think that is. Hey, that's small.
Very small.
Ay. All right. Well, on the topic of art, still, you shared some examples. You've shared piece on people who've inspired or directed your art.
Hmm.
Is there anything else you'd like to talk about on the art? Be it experience with commissions and commissioners, or favorite things you like to
Um,
draw, or open floor on art?
uh, like usually my favorite things are to draw is just size related things. Like, it could be giants, giantess, small girls. I'm slowly getting around to liking small guys, but I think I'm a little picky with small guys because generally just like in size art they're usually so generic. Um
Yeah, a lot of them are literally throwaway tinies.
yeah, so I just all right. There's a few guys I like tiny, but they just only I like their design and their characters, and I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't mind tiny versions of them. Those would be cute. Um,
Fair enough.
in terms of commissions, it generally pays well. And I do get some fun things here and there. Sometimes, and this is gonna be kind of fake, ironically enough, but sometimes I'll get vague commissioners, and it'll be kind of frustrating. Um, because
Oh
they don't
no.
specify what they want, and then when I bring them to this, like when I show them an example of the art, it's just like, okay, here's is this, and I'm like, okay, but you forgot this, and I'm like, okay,
Here's this
you
wall
never
of
meant
wall of
you
text
never
and
mentioned that
teal.
though. And it's kind of
Ay.
frustrating. And
Yeah,
sometimes it can be a bit stressful, but I do my best. Um,
it's always nice when someone comes in with a clear idea and actually says everything.
yeah, to the people that commission me that are very clear on what they want and just and stuff like that. Thank you. You have no idea how much easier that makes my job. Um,
Yeah, it is. The more detail, the better when giving information to artists. Just don't go overboard on the fluff. Like, we don't need a character backstory, I imagine. We just need what did the character look like and what are they doing, huh?
mhm.
And, yes, indeed, Liz. By the way, Liz in chat here is another one of the artists. They are the one behind, let me see. Let me pull
I
up
can't
the
wait.
particular art. They are the artist behind this piece. So,
Oh, I really love this one. I
yeah,
really love this piece.
setting up a stream. Just, well, you gotta get all going, huh?
God, I was so freaking shocked. I was like, damn, you were spoiling me. But also, these are really, really good. I am so happy. And I am probably going to be showing these off again. And, as long as it's okay with the artist, of course. But probably, showing them off again in my own stream because, I have never gotten this amount of fan art before for my stream specifically. So to have this is just uh,
Yeah, it looks like Liz is giving the thumbs up, and the other artists that I commissioned are artists I usually work with and show off the art on stream usually as well, so you should
mhm.
have the full clear on that. I'll make sure to get you the links for each of them and be like, this person was this piece of art. So, but yes, Liz is another one of the people who was in on the big surprise for this.
Yay.
So thank you again,
God.
Liz, for that, and it has definitely paid off in a big way.
It's funny because it was like, yes, is just confetti gonna just spring out?
Just confetti, the party noise, yay! Just-
Yay! Yay! I did a thing.
and then me forgetting to set up the interactivity on the actual thing. That's always one thing you forget when setting up, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Ay, ay, ay. Let's see. To pivot back briefly before the pivot, you were talking about commissioners and people with vague information and thankful if people give a lot of. Any more on that particular tangent?
Um, I also would like to say I appreciate people being patient with me. I do kind of turn these commissions out kind of slowly because, like, I guess, like, I prefer taking my time, and if I guess I just try to focus on all of them, I feel burnt out too quickly.
That's
And,
fair.
like, either I want to focus on something, like, I want to do, like, maybe video games or watching videos or hang out with friends, like, uh, you know, there's that. Also
Mm-hmm.
just working on just drawing my own thing because like you know, doing commission work is fine and all, but like I think there was a time where I was just focusing solely on commissions and I noticed that my love for drawing kind of died for a bit.
Ah,
Um yeah, so it's like okay, I should probably do something about this. This
yeah.
isn't healthy.
When it goes from this is the thing I love to do to, and we have another thing to dread on the list. That's not a good
Mhm.
sign.
Yeah.
Patience is a big thing a lot of people lack. I'm just gonna throw that out there. As a teacher, I know how many people lack patience. Way too many.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to be like I'm not exactly the most patient. Well, I think I can be pretty patient. It's just there are just some things I'm like,
It depends on the context as well. Like,
mm-hmm.
if communication is clear, if you're talking with an artist and they're like, okay, it's gonna be around this long, or you can ask for an update and they'll actually answer you. That does wonders. If you're just being
Mm-hmm.
like, it's been 1 month, where's my art? That is no, no.
Yeah, that's frustrating. Or
Mm-hmm.
in the absolute worst case scenario, it could be within a week and they'll be like
Oh
that.
jeez,
Or
that's
maybe even a day.
it's been 3 minutes since you've accepted my commission. I or even worse, 7 seconds have passed. Come on. Come on. Let the artist do their thing. It's not that hard.
I'll get it out when it comes out, and that's all I can say on that matter.
Well, on the bright side, though, Liz in chat is gonna fight whoever's doing that. So, who are these people? I'ma fight them, is what they're saying. Jeez.
I'm glad, and not all of my commissioners are bad. It just a select few of them are just like I don't really look forward to getting commissions from them because like they're either vague or they try to rush me a bit, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
I can't handle this.
Yeah, there's only one time I've even come into an art project with a deadline, and that was the
Mm-hmm.
deadline for today. This thing. So,
I,
that's the
I can
only
see
time.
why, but like, and hopefully, like,
Hmm.
I'm hoping that like no one got stressed out
Oh
during all
yeah.
this.
Basically, all of them had at least a month in advance notice, and I said, if you can't make it by the deadline, that's fine. Just let me know, and I will find people who can work in the deadline. It's just if you can do this, this is the idea. So hopefully
Just
nobody felt stressed out about it. Huh?
yeah, it's just like, God, you were playing this for okay. And then again, that kind of makes sense. But damn,
Here, let me catch my DMs and see just how early I was because I know I contacted CC, the artist behind this one, the chibi, pretty much immediately off the
I
bat.
love the chibi.
I'm pretty sure it was like a full month in advance, whereas like the previous 26 is when I was like, okay, idea. Let's see. Doo doo doo, scrolly scrolly. Trying to dig through conversations when I'm very talkative with people is that.
That is understandable.
Oh, more than a month and a half so far. Let's see. Scroll, scroll, scroll. The 16th, August 16th. That would be when
Yeah.
I brought it up to the first artist I talked with, I believe. So it's definitely been baking as an idea for a while.
I'm curious. And I can't exactly remember. Was this after my Dead by Daylight stream? Because like that's when I first noticed you, and just like,
Um,
oh hey, you're actually a big inspiration to me.
yeah, I think that's the first stream I actually got to catch the Dead by Daylight one, and that's
Mhm.
where I think it was the conversation after that where you accepted the interview where I was like, okay, time to go all in on this nonsense.
Especially since I think after, like, especially when you learn I don't really get a lot of fan art.
Yeah, and that conversation was the catalyst to just kick it all in the gear. So, huzzah! Happy times.
Happy times.
All right. But let's see. I think we've given you open floor on art comments. Unless you have anything else, we're going to move into the last category and start wrapping up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, looking forward, big picture plans. Is there anything that's a major goal for you, streaming life, whatever you want to share, that's just like, this is the big end goal type of goal?
Um. So, a few goals in mind. One, I would like to get a full body avatar at some point.
Fair.
I could only really afford a half body, and even then, I got it for a pretty good price too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, so like I would like to like get a VTuber model that's like has full body, maybe have some expressions in there as well, because those would be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Um, I wouldn't say this is a goal, and more so just like I guess something I hope happens. I'm not getting my hopes up too much because it's not very likely. Do you know of V Sojo?
I am familiar with V Shoujo.
They had like auditions like last month,
Oh.
and just like usually I'm like, I don't really stand a chance. Maybe I shouldn't, but it's just like, um, I guess since it's V Sojo, and I guess I would be comfortable being myself around them. I figured, you know what, it doesn't hurt to try. So,
Yeah, just throw
uh,
your tiny hat into the ring.
yeah, like I'm just so like I've thrown in my audition, and I'm like, there's a part of me that's hoping, oh, they'll look at it and then maybe things will go from there. But if they go with other people, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it, because like I didn't really fully expect to be in there.
Fair enough,
If
fair
I
enough.
did, if I did get included in there, then things would really work out for me.
Yeah.
And I guess that kind of goes into like my probably my last goal. I really appreciate people coming by to see my streams. At some point, I would like it to, get bigger over time. Heh, bigger. Um,
Ay, ay,
and
ay.
just as the support keeps coming through. And it probably could get to a point where the I am losing my train of thought. Getting to the point where like I could make a decent living off of Twitch.
Yeah, that's definitely fair. A lot of people walk into Twitch expecting to make a living right off the bat, but it's a long process and is not
It's
always guaranteed.
it took me like maybe like 6 to 7 years to be successful on the art side of things. So
Mm-hmm.
um yeah, so here's to another 5 or so years of becoming a successful Twitch streamer.
here's here. Best of luck and all that, and you know, best of luck with the application too, because if it does happen, that'd be crazy cool at the very least, huh?
Yeah, you would have interviewed with someone who became a part of Feast Sojo.
Oh yeah, I may have to, sneak over and be like, hey, Duni, could you talk with the others and see if they want to interview too? Like,
I will definitely, if that happened, I would definitely try and talk to them about it.
I definitely appreciate that with the whole, nudge, nudge. All right, let's have plans. 'Cause there are a couple of people in that group that I'd love the chance to interview, but the point of actually approaching and asking them about it would be, oh, that's daunting.
Yeah,
Yep.
I can't blame you. I feel the same. I feel the same way.
Is
Yeah,
definitely
I'll definitely infect Feast Sojo with my siziness if it hasn't already been infected, considering Neanners and Project Melody, and probably all the members have probably done something sizey. Honestly.
Yeah, there's definitely been some art that floats about as well for them, and when the size art does pop up and they're like, oh, this is amazing, because I think Silvervale recently had one where it was just like, okay, Pocket Silvervale, and they were just like, oh, this is amazing, I want to live in the basket forever or something. It's like,
Aw, yeah, that's cute.
yeah. All right, so those are the big, super long-term goals and the it's nice if it happens type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
How about short-term plans for like the next, I don't know, few weeks, days? This would be the perfect time to chill into Little Nightmares.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess in terms of plans, Monday. So actually tomorrow, I'm streaming Danganronpa V3,
Ooh,
which I'm having fun with. So like,
that's good.
and that will probably be the stream where I show off all the fan art I got. Um,
Fair enough,
uh,
fair enough.
and then Thursday will be when I do the Little Nightmare stream. All these are around 12 p.m. Eastern time, by the way, for those wondering.
Mhm.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll probably be doing Little Nightmares on that day. And then and there's a few other streams I have in mind that I might do depending on how fast I get through Little Nightmares. There is I don't know if this will be within next month, but I know with the announcement of Bayonetta 3, I want to stream Bayonetta 1 and 2.
Ah,
So yeah, so I know that if it's not within October, it might be within November that I stream those games.
it's on the short list of games.
Mm-hmm.
Bayonetta is a series that I've heard a lot about, but never really got the chance to play. It definitely seems like the big actiony type of stuff, like Devil May Cry genre.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely within that genre.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I love Devil May Cry and I love Bayonetta, so.
Oh, I could play the heck out of Devil May Cry. Yes.
So good, especially Devil May Cry 5.
Oh yeah, I forget which one I've played, but I only think I've played, what is it? 3. One
3
where
is also really good. I love 3.
Yeah, the one with the opening where it's just breakdancing, throwing pizza and pool balls everywhere, being stabbed 27 times or something like that. Yeah,
Yep,
that one.
that's the
That
one.
one.
Yeah, that's the one. That's also really good.
Fun fact, I showed that opening cutscene to a few of my friends, and they were like, "Oh, that explains your taste in games." And I was like, "Wait, what? It does? It does?
Um,
It explains my humor? Wait a second."
I'm like compliment slash insult? Question mark?
I definitely have an eccentric taste, it seems, and that may be why, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think it was meant as a slight. It was more of a moment of understanding, and it's like, oh. Yeah, best of luck with all those games, and hopefully they're a blast to play then, huh?
Yeah, I hope so too. Like I know Bana will be. I'm hoping to have fun with Little Nightmares.
All right. I know that a lot of people have been playing and having fun with Little Nightmares, so hopefully, especially if you liked a game like Limbo, you should have no doubt that you'll like it. I
Yeah,
think it
Limbo
is.
is a game I've never really played either, so
Oh,
that's on my to-do list.
yeah. Well, in that case, if you like Little Nightmares, I might recommend Limbo.
Mm,
It would be another one of those puzzly platformer looking things with good atmosphere going on and everything.
yeah.
All right. Well, I think that covers my entire list of interview questions. So, unless either of you have something to follow up with, nope. We
I
will.
want to
Oh,
say thank you for inviting me to this interview. It really means a lot, especially just
you,
like I've had a lot of fun, and I was not expecting all that fan art. God damn it! I might cry a little after this
oh
stream.
yeah, if you want to show it off to everybody, that command just works at any time right now. So while we're wrapping down, you can just throw it up again whenever you want to pop them all up.
So like this.
Yep, just like that.
Yeah, because I want to see all this again. Aw, I love
But
these so much.
thank you for being someone in the science community that I've been able to look up to and admire for the longest time and be like, oh, there's somebody that's just doing what they love to do. So it means
Just
a lot that you'd be on my interview too.
yeah, just a fairy that loves to do cute things. I'm Duni the fairy.
Indeed, indeed. And yes, yes, look up to, even though, I look down literally.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be like, I look down to you. That's, I look down to you.
I mean, just wait until the next interview, and I'll probably just like the next interview I'm invited to, and I'm just really big.
Oh, yes, big Duni.
Big. Yeah, because like actually, I was just really debating if I should be big or small for
Mm.
this. It's just like, man, being big is really tempting, but I also want to be small fairy.
Yeah, I know some people instantly jump on one of the answers, whereas other people are like, this is a debate. I have
Yeah,
to
this is
figure it
yeah,
out.
and this is a very telling sign that I'm most definitely a switch. If it took me a bit just to decide, okay, do I want to be small or do I want to be big? I
Yeah,
think I'll be.
but hopefully, I mean, I might have to make it a tempting choice between the two if we do interview again, where we have the next tiny set up where there's a whole bunch more to interact with them.
Oh, right, you will. Okay, yeah, that is
So
okay. Yeah, that make it be very
there
difficult
might
to.
be a even more level of temptation with potential new tiny set. But for now, oh hey, that one did play. It just had a 15-second pause between them.
Yeah, I,
But for
I I I really love that render. I love all of these.
But with that as it is, we're basically done here, and usually I have the interview guest guide the raid if they have anybody that's online that they would like to send all these lovely viewers off to. So
Uh,
I know that you don't usually raid a lot of the times when I do catch your stream. You just let things
it's
sit as they be.
it's it's on and off.
Mm-hmm.
From what I'm seeing, I don't really see anyone I want to raid um at the moment. So I'll probably pass for the raid.
All right. In that case, it seems we're just going to let people scatter today. So, thank you all for stopping by. Thank you, Dooney, once again for, well, everything on the inspiration side, but also for showing up to the interview.
No problem. It's a huge honor to be invited to this, especially when apparently you've been looking up to me for a while. That's just crazy to think that. Like, wait, people look up to me?
Yeah, I've been seeing you and your art for a while now, whenever I've just been watching from the outside, so the chance to actually
Mhm.
talk with you and interact has been blowing me away. But at this point, it seems we will be calling it Big Squeak Inc. Episode 7 completed. Thank you once again for showing up, everybody. Thank you for the lovely conversation during the interview, Duni.
No problem.
And, well, on that note, take care, everybody. Peace, peace.
Bye.